Hey YouTube and my subscribers, JC1894 here with a new video for you guys. It's on my traxxas / Ford F-150 Raptor SVT. Today I'm just going to tell you guys the basics of the stuff that I noticed is different about my slash and my mods that I put in. Now, first off, I want to get to this no-touch tire care. This stuff is awesome. It does the job, let me tell you that. It cleans, shines, and protects, like how it says. The day after I did the how-to video of how to use this on your traxxas / Ford F-150 Raptor, I took and I let it dry. Then the day after it dried, I took it out and ran it on a racetrack down back. And let me tell you, after I got done running it, this truck was covered in dirt. You couldn't even see what color the chassis was, the springs. You couldn't even see the motor wires, what color they were. You couldn't even see what brand the motor was. Then I took and let it sit for about 2 days. Then I was like, well, I wonder how good this stuff's going to do. So I wrenched it off just yesterday, and let me tell you, it does the job it says it does. As you can see, my chassis looks absolutely brand new, no stains on it anywhere. It absolutely does the job. I recommend it. I'll let you guys see the bottom. That's what the bottom looks like. Looks brand new, no sign of dirt anywhere. Now, about my truck, the mods and stuff that I've done, these mods are excellent, let me tell you that. My Venom shocks have 30 weight shock oil in it now, and it done a real good job on the front. As you can see, it comes right back up to the height where it's supposed to be. It doesn't really move when I push up on it. It just comes right back up. Now, onto the back shocks, the 30 weight doesn't do too good in the back because you got a lot of weight back here. I recommend maybe putting 45 or 50 in it to get the right height back up, because it just sags a little bit with all this weight of the brushless system and my steel drive shafts. But my Integrity M9 rear hub carriers are really light, and the drive shafts are supposed to be lightweight, which I held both of them in my hand. They weren't all that heavy. I think maybe it's just the motor and the VXL making it sag a little bit, but I'm going to work on doing that, putting heavyweight shock oil in it when I get some more money in, or I might try and borrow some, I don't know yet. But the shock oil does a real good job in the front. Now, what else that I noticed is different is my steering. I've done a little bit of fine-tuning adjustments. As you've seen in my video that I've done with my camera phone mounted to it and taking a video, that it was jerking to the right when I let off the steering, and it was all the way tuned on the controller. So what I've done is done a couple of tips my buddy Jason recommended by taking and adjusting your servo to top dead center. What I mean by that is take your controller and adjust the steering trim on it to the 0 up here in the center. And after you've done that, turn your controller on and well, first off, you want to take this off first before you turn your controller on. You want to take your servo saver off and just let it hang. Then turn your controller on, adjust that knob like how I told you to do. Then take the wheels and set them straight down on the ground to where they look perfectly straight towards the wall, or find something like a ruler, because you want your wheels just slightly inward on each side. It should look something like, maybe something like that. Then after you've done that, you want to take your service saver and put it back on and adjust it to where it looks like it's just a little bit straight out, or try to get as straight out as you can without adjusting your servo. Then after you got that, screw that back on, then try your truck out, see if it steers fine. And if it don't steer right still, take these turnbuckles off, these long ones on the bottom on each side, and one will be just a tad bit longer. You want to adjust the shorter one to the longer one, so that when you put it back on and your wheels look straight, take this back off and adjust your steering trim again by just leaving this on top dead center. Then after you get your truck pretty much steering straight, and if it steers off a little bit, just simply adjust this knob a little bit to one of the directions that it's steering, and it should help. Mine's like this right now. I have to redo it. I just bumped the knob, but I think it was like somewhere like in there. It wasn't too far off on that 0, but it steers straight as a dime now. I don't have no problems with it. I'm going to try to figure out how to fix this problem here. This keeps popping off on both sides. Mostly it's just the one side. As you can see, grass and stuff gets in there and it catches, and you have to pull all that out. But usually this pops off either when it jumps or something catches on it. Mostly it's just this side doing it, but I gotta pull all this grass out and pull this back in. Also, I recommend taking a washer and putting one in here on each side to slacken this up a little bit. Just want a tad bit of gap, maybe something like maybe something like that, just a little bit of a gap. There shouldn't be too much there, because them shouldn't move a whole lot. It just something needs tuned a little bit. They'll also help your truck when it takes off, but it doesn't really affect it any right now, because I got Integrity 09 hub carriers inside my wheels in the back too, and they're really great hub carriers. They're blue. Actually, I blued it out. I have Venom shocks with blue springs, the blue Millennium motor, the Integrity blue hub carriers, and these are slightly bit wider than the Traxxas ones. Here's the Traxxas ones, the original ones, and they're just a little bit skinny, and the interiors are just wide enough to take the slack out of the hub carrier. It doesn't move around no more side to side. That's what also I noticed, that when it takes off, it just goes. It'll kick sideways, but you gotta let back off of it again. Now for the front steering hub carriers, the arm that comes off for the turnbuckle, it is shorter and it's curved a little bit, so that it gives you better steering. I'll let you guys see what that looks like. It looks pretty cool, really. As you can see, it's just slightly curved, so it gives you better steering. But also, you can use the stock caster blocks on this also, and it does alright. But as you can see, it gives your truck way more steering than what it did before. Probably before, that gap between the wheel was just slightly wider, but it does the job. I don't have no problem with it. My drive shafts in the back are MIP lightweight steel CVD axles. Now they're somewhat telescopic because they come in and out of here, as you can see. But if you jump too hard, your shocks will pop these out. So what I recommend, and my buddy Jason, take and find something to put inside the bottom of the shock, like these off of your traxxas ones, and just put these in the bottom down here, because you can take these like little turnbuckle things off down here. What you want to do is just simply take a pair of needle nose and grab the bottom of the shock stem in there and just simply loosen that. It's just like lefty loosey, righty tighty, but put like one of them on each back one and eliminate them dry shafts from popping out. Or get a piece of like fuel line for a nitro car that's got real small fuel line and put it down in there, and it'll take the bottoming out on your truck if you got new shocks on it. That's because these here are longer, but they're really good shocks. They don't bottom out. That's just my battery cord clicking, but as you can see, that really good rebound. With the front, it comes right back up. But I'm going to try to put 45 or 50 weight bars, something to put in mine, because it just sags a lot with that Valenian in there. But remember, I got a how-to tip of how to take the weight off your shocks when you're not using your truck. I just got done cleaning the motor in there with just a Q-tip. Just take a Q-tip and run it around inside. But that's basically it that I had for you guys. As you can see, looks totally brand new. This stuff's worth the money. Also, show you how good a job it did on this T-Max. Check this out, you guys. The T-Max looks brand new. I think my buddy Jason's going to be impressed with this, because it just totally blacked out all over. Only thing I gotta do now is clean the inside of the wheels behind the rim. The rims turned out real good. They look brand new. The body looks brand new on it. But as you can see, skid plate looks new. It's just totally badass. Look at them wheels. All over. They look brand new. But that's it for now. Comment, like, and subscribe. More videos coming up soon. My traxxas slash Ford F-150 Raptor SVT. Gonna be chasing some RCs around. Also, I have video of mine up against my dad's. And more videos on how-to tips on the bearings inside the wheels, to how to keep them in good shape with WD-40. Also, I have videos of how to put these together, front and back, integrity, bumpers. Comment, like, and subscribe. We'll see you guys later.